Another day begins with Ivy resting peacefully. A drop of morning dew falls on Sora, waking him up. He starts repeating his usual poo-poo phrase like an alarm clock, so Ivy grabs him to quiet him down. She doesn't fully understand what he is, but her memories from her past life give her a clue. She pets the energetic Sora and cheers, excited to continue their journey. After a breakfast of berries and potions, Ivy feels grateful for the meal. Sora seems more energetic than before, and Ivy notices he's sturdier. Maybe it's from all the potions he's consumed. Either way, she's glad he's healthy. Ivy starts thinking about the next village. She's running low on meat, so she'll need to catch more mice to sell. Her past self suggests cooking the mice to save money, but Ivy knows the smell would attract monsters. So, despite the cost, it's safer to buy dry meat from the store. Suddenly, Sora starts demanding more potions, leaving Ivy unsure of what to do. They stumble upon a pile of trash, and Ivy gets distracted by the hand-me-downs, but eventually finds a bunch of used potions. Sora doesn't care about their age and consumes them all, even a red potion he normally wouldn't touch. Ivy tests out a green painkiller potion and a purple anti-curse potion, but Sora isn't interested. Her past self suggests mixing colors, so she combines red and blue to make a purple potion, which Sora happily drinks. As they continue on their journey, Ivy is overjoyed because she never thought she'd have a companion like Sora. She tries feeding him berries, but he isn't interested. Later, during dinner, Sora continues eating potions nonstop, leaving Ivy worried about running out. Her past self advises her that if Sora is sleeping, he can't eat, so Ivy tells him a bedtime story to calm him down. It's a story from her childhood about magicians who tried to prevent the end of the world by casting forgotten magic. The next morning, Sora wakes up again like an alarm clock. Ivy pats him, but gets annoyed when she realizes he has eaten all her potions. She sets out some mousetraps, but ends up catching a snake instead. Though reluctant, she decides to sell the snake for some money. As they walk, Ivy smells something strange and discovers a wrecked caravan. She finds bloodied bodies, realizing this was the work of monsters, not bandits. Ivy quickly runs away, reaching the town of Latham. In town, she nervously reports what she saw to the town hall. The officials agree it was likely a monster attack and thank her, explaining she'll be rewarded for her tip. Ivy then sells the snake and is happy to learn it's worth 3 gittle, or the same as selling 30 mice. Later, Ivy returns to a dump, thrilled to find 21 magic bags. She organizes them by how many other magic bags they can hold. Afterward, she buys more potions and receives her reward for the monster tip 5 gittle and 2 ladle, which add up to the value of 280 mice. That night, Ivy relaxes with Sora, happy to be in town until the monster hunt is over, and rests for the night. On this fine morning, Ivy finds one of her rat traps broken. She wonders if a larger animal broke it, leaving her worried about how she'll catch anything to sell. She remembers the tip reward she received for reporting the goblin attack and checks her bag, feeling a bit reassured. But she'd rather save that money for later. Suddenly, Sora, her little slime companion, notices something and rushes off. Ivy chases after him, sensing a faint smell of blood. They stumble upon an injured creature, a rare and ferocious beast called an Adandola. It's exhausted and on the brink of death. Despite its fearsome appearance, Ivy feels sympathy for the creature. She pets it, offering comfort in its final moments. To Ivy's surprise, Sora envelops the Adandola, using his healing abilities to restore it to full health. Ivy is amazed and notes that Sora seems to be speaking faster than before, showing excitement with his usual poo-poo phrase. The Adandola, now healed, becomes affectionate, even though it's known to take 5 high-ranking adventurers to defeat. Ivy, feeling brave, names the beast Seal, meaning sky. She's not sure how she knows that, but it feels right. The 3 of them continue their journey, but Ivy grows anxious as they approach a town. She hides Sora in her magic bag, but Seal is too big to fit. Luckily, Seal hides in the bushes, and Ivy approaches the town gates. A tall, intimidating guard stops a suspicious traveler who fumbles with excuses and is eventually caught with illegal alcohol. Ivy watches nervously, unsure if she'll even be able to pass through. But as she attempts to walk by, the guard questions her. She freezes, nervous under his gaze, though it turns out he's more friendly than she expected. After some back and forth, Ivy enters the busy town. She goes to a butcher to offer her wild game and field mice for sale. The butcher warns her about monsters called Nanoshi, which could have been the ones breaking her traps. Ivy sets up a rest area but wishes for a proper tent to shelter her and Sora. She remembers her tip reward and decides to go tent shopping. At a second-hand tent shop, she's startled by a guard, who turns out to be kind despite his size. The guard, named Ogdo, leads her to a better shop. With her 2 ladle, worth 200 field mice, she buys a sturdy tent, surprising everyone with how much money she has for a child. The shopkeeper even gives her a special magic bag for added security. Once her tent is set up, Ivy and Sora celebrate. She reflects on the kindness of the people she's met and feels like she finally has a home again. However, a group of adventurers approaches her, accusing her of stealing their tent. The leader grabs Ivy and threatens her, causing her to tear up. Thankfully, a guard intervenes, exposing the adventurers' lies and detaining them. Ivy is safe, but the experience shakes her. Later, Ivy receives a sparkling blue potion from the guard as a token of consolation. She celebrates by surrounding Sora with potions, but he seems fixated on the special new one. As they settle in for the night, Ivy and Sora playfully argue over who gets to keep the shiny new potion, ending their day on a lighthearted note. Ivy starts her day excited, but things soon get strange. On her way out of the city, all the guards greet her by name, which worries her since she doesn't know them. Outside the town, she finds that her hunting trap has been destroyed again. Just as she's about to give up, she senses a presence. Seal, her rare friendly monster companion, arrives with 9 freshly caught rabbits. Ivy gratefully thanks him, and the two share a tender moment. After preparing the rabbits for sale, Ivy heads to the butcher, who is impressed by the quality of the meat and happily pays her. As Ivy makes her way back, guards continue to greet her, making her uncomfortable. She ducks into an alley to avoid more attention, only to be found by Vilivera, a friendly watchman. He explains that Captain Octo told all the guards to look out for Ivy, assuming she was a hard-working boy adventurer. Ivy appreciates the kindness, but doesn't like the attention. Later at the market, Ivy spots a fruit from her hometown, Latomi. The vendor shares some disturbing rumors about the village head, who may have let their village's fortune teller, Luba, die to take control of the town's prized zero fruit harvest. This news hits Ivy hard as she recalls the cruel words the village head used against her, branding her as a cursed child. That evening, Ivy reflects on her journey and the kindness she's found in her new town, contrasting with the betrayal from her family. She takes comfort in the companionship of her tamed monster Seal and her little slime, Sora. As she enjoys the zero fruit, she wonders if this is what happiness feels like. The next day, while out hunting, Ivy runs into trouble when 2 adventurers who previously bullied her catch up to her. They demand she hand over Sora, but Ivy refuses. Just as things look dire, Seal appears and frightens them away, saving Ivy. The local watchmen, Octo and Vilivera, arrive soon after, surprised to find the criminals caught. The adventurers are wanted for multiple crimes and will be punished, much to Ivy's relief. Octo then takes Ivy to collect a reward for helping catch the criminals. Ivy is astonished by how much money she receives and is advised to open a bank account for safekeeping. During their time together, Octo learns that Ivy is almost 9 years old and teases her for looking younger. Afterward, they go to eat nanoshi skewers, and Ivy is amazed by the large portion sizes and the chef's cooking skill. As they chat, Octo asks about Ivy's skills. When Ivy hesitantly reveals she's a tamer, he reassures her that having fewer stars doesn't make someone less valuable, pointing out that some people with many stars can still cause harm. He praises Ivy for her achievements and encourages her to be proud. The next day, Ivy says goodbye to Octo and Vilivera, planning to continue her journey toward the royal capital. They encourage her to come back anytime, and Octo offers his name for her to use as a reference in any future town. After she leaves, Octo and Vilivera reflect on Ivy's troubled past and hope she will eventually trust them enough to share her full story.